Example, empirical probabilities. Assign an empirical probability to the events described below. Jose is on the basketball court practicing his shots from the free throw line. He made 47 out of his last 80 attempts. What is the probability he makes his next shot? Now notice this probability is often called his free throw percentage. If we're predicting based on his past experience his next shot, and he's made 47 out of the last 80, then that probability is 47 out of 80. And this, as an exact decimal, is equal to 0.5875. So if you are into sports, you might be interested to know that he makes about, at least based on this information here, about 59% of his free throw shots. Example, empirical probability from a table, number 1. This chart shows data for 89,000 single parents on active duty in a certain year. What is the probability that a person selected at random, part A is female and part B is in the Navy, as two separate events? So if we look at this table we have 4 rows and 6 columns. We have categorized in columns as Army, Navy, Marine Corps, Air Force, and then our totals. And our rows consist of those headers, and then male as the second row, female as the second row, and totals for the last row. So if we're interested in the probability that a person is, for part A, female, we would notice that the grand total, the last row, last column, is actually 89. So we're talking about out of the 89 single parents, how many of them are female? And I just want to tell you the relevant information for this problem. The total of females at the third row, last column, is 23. So the probability that a single parent is female is 23 out of 89. And I'll just leave that as a fraction, but you can convert that to a decimal if you need for some reason. Part B, the probability that a person selected at random is in the Navy. So again, looking at the rows and columns of this table, there are a total of 89 people accounted for here. And in the third column, the last value is 33. There are 33 of the 89 that are in the Navy. And so that is our probability. Using the same table, same information, we have part C. The probability that a person selected at random is in the Air Force and is male. So this is the intersection of two of these a column and row. We need to find the Air Force column and the male row. So in this chart, there are 12 labeled as being male in the male row and in the Air Force column. So this probability is 12 out of the total, which is 12 out of 89. And again, that is the value we're interested in.